Hello, welcome to my channel where we do all things weekly planning in this awesome passion planner. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you have been watching my videos, welcome back. So for today, obviously I have here my small size passion planner with a weekly spread. I actually love that it starts on a Monday because I like seeing my weekends all together, if that even makes sense. But anyways, you can see here I have some notes as far as things that are happening this week that I definitely want to be including. And for this week, I'm actually going to be using this sticker or these stickers that I have had for a while. So as you can see also, they're kind of empty, but I'm going to try to use them. And these washi tapes, I'm going to blend these two colors to make it more neutral-ish. And I have my icon stickers, which I just realized that I need to order some more very soon. So after I finish filming this, that is literally what I'm gonna do. And then of course I have my Make ID label printer, which I printed out my go-to titles. These are constant every single week in my planner, so I definitely print these out right before I start these videos. So anyways, the first thing I'm actually going to be doing, of course, is being able to, or actually not being able, I'm going to basically white out these sections with the black titles, just because I do love using the washi tapes, and to be able to see it more crisp and clear, I love just whiting them out. And yes, I have a super basic Bic whiteout. I don't use anything fancy. This thing I'm pretty sure I bought at the dollar store for a 4-pack. And a little thing that I like to do, depending on my week and my schedule, if I do not have a 12-hour shift working on Sundays, I usually use that column to be able to add my goals. It's something that I've been using for, or have been doing for a while now. I just like having a section where I'm able to see my goals constantly. So it's a reminder of all the things that I'm doing, all the work that I'm putting, the time, effort, all the things, and plus crossing off things just makes it way easier. So anyways, I'm going to continue here, finishing up adding some washi tape before getting into the actual planning. So let me go ahead and finish this up. Let's get to the actual planning. Let me just bring out my mild liners. I am still very much obsessed with every single color in here. Let's be real. And I have my stencil here. I do have it listed out in the description of this video, so if you definitely want to snag one, let's put it this way, recommend it. It is absolutely amazing, and it's flexible, so it definitely molds with whatever it is that you're doing. So anyways, the first thing I'm actually going to be doing is using my color coding. That is one thing that I've been using for years now. So depending on what's happening, aka I have my 12-hour shifts 3 times a week, so I have that. in one color. I have my partnership business, that's another color, and then now I am actually creating a new confidence program, so I definitely need to color code that as well. So every single time I look at my day, I know how I'm focusing or like where my time is going, just because I know what the colors are, how much time I'm spending in each category, and how I can basically optimize my time. And I kind of want to go back into something that I've learned recently when it comes to planning. You can look at all the pretty planners that are out there on Instagram or on YouTube or TikTok, or I mean literally every single social media platform, and kind of be discouraged. Let's be real. I've been there, even myself, to this day. Like, I'll go ahead and look at this girl's, let's say, handwriting, and I'm just like, oh my god, I want her handwriting. I think mine sucks. But in reality, I am that person to someone else. You are that inspiration for someone else. Even if you don't think about it, even if you don't realize it, even if no one has told you that, you are still being an inspiration for someone else. And being able to see other people, how they plan, how they do things. Yes, we can be, in that wanting category of wanting to look like that or wanting to be able to do that. All of those wants that will pop up every single time. But let's be real, you have your own way of showcasing creativity, utilizing your planner, utilizing your time that makes it work for you. Of course, I'm always going to say it, and I'm pretty sure I say it in every single one of my videos, experimenting is the way to go for you to find what your groove is, what feels good for you, what you love to do. And if you don't experiment or don't try things out, you're always going to be in that want stage. Like, I want to be able to do this. But in reality, have you ever tried it? Have you ever experimented with it? Have you ever, thought of yourself, well, maybe that's good for her, but my way is doing it this way. So whenever you take a look at, let's say, even this video, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do that. Don't just wish, go ahead and try it. You never, ever know until you actually give it a shot. And maybe sometimes you need to give it 2, 3, 4, 10 times of tries to be able to perfect something or to be able to go the way that you want. Trust me, when I first started, and you can actually take a look at my previous videos, when I first started doing my planner, it does not look like this at all. It was just a black pen. Sometimes I doodled around and just actually used it for the functional part. There was no decorating, no stickers, none of that. It was just a functional part. And as time went, I experimented, trial and errors, tried new pens, markers, stationary things basically, and was able to get to a point where I'm happy. I still experiment every single week with new things, but at least now I know that if I give it a try, I then know if I love it or not, and I'm not in that wanting stage. So anyways, I just went on a massive tangent there, and hopefully that was kind of helpful as far as insights whenever it comes to taking a look at other people's things. But anyways, as you can see, I'm still going ahead and planning. I'm kind of taking my time because I've noticed lately that this pen runs and bleeds a lot and gets stuck on the, the stencil that I'm using. So I don't want it to run because I want it to look good. So anyways, let me just go ahead and finish this up really quick. gonna go into the next section, which is this bottom right section where I usually do my quote of the week. Again, this is something that I just like to do, utilizing this blank space as a way of inspiring myself for the week, something that I definitely want to focus on, and plus it's a way for me to practice my hand lettering as much as I can. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead, write it down in pencil, and then go ahead with a marker right on top. Okay, so for the left bottom section, this is more of the functional part of my planner as far as tracking wise. So because there are already lines in here, I just make it into a grid format, so I'm able to actually check it off, write in it all the different things that I do every single week. This is something that hasn't changed in a while. Actually, no. Part of it has not changed in a while. The only part that I actually added is that reflection section, which I'll be doing in a second. But it's basically a way for me to have a spot that I can brain dump. If I have any thoughts, any, moments of clarity or whatever it is, that is where I have been writing it down. So definitely using this spot or this section of the planner as much as I can. So let me just go ahead, make my grid here for my tracker, and get to the next. So two other things that I do every single week, again, I kind of mentioned it before, is my goals and my gratitude. I did block out the section that it is already actually designated for gratitude in this planner, but I kind of just want to make it my own every single week. So I'm actually cutting up this piece of paper, or not a paper, this sticker here, and actually gonna make it my own and add my big title as well. And obviously because it says check-in, there's a lovely thing called a whiteout that I use every single time. So anyways, adding these two sections here because they are super important for me to be able to know what I'm doing, be inspired, check things off. So anyways, this other side will be my goals section. And of course, I'll be using these titles. They are transparent, so they basically go on top of anything that I want. Anyways, So other than that, I will be adding some to-do boxes. One of the main reasons I actually don't have just one giant to-do list is because it alleviates some overwhelm sensations every single time I see a giant list. It is just easier for me to focus little by little on my to-dos depending on where I put it, instead of just one giant list where I end up actually avoiding the hard tasks and just look at the easy stuff. We've all been there. It's fine. It's part of being human. So that is why I try to incorporate 2 different areas of my to-do list. So let me just go ahead, add my reflection section, my to-dos, and then obviously have some fun with some stickers. Okay, wanted to jump in because I'm using these new pens. They're acrylic pens by Archer and Olive. I am basically obsessed with how they look, how they feel. I will say it's a lot more ink coming out of the pen as what I'm used to. And let me just say, it splatters as you can see if you're going over different pieces of tape. So if you don't have a flat surface, it's gonna splatter. So that might annoy me while I look at it every single day. Might need to cover it up later, but for now I'm just gonna leave it there. But it's good to know that it does splatter if you're not on a flat surface, because oh my god, it might actually annoy me before I finish filming. Anyways, let me just keep going here and finish up adding more little details onto this spread.